Hello all and welcome to another pickups video and my final pickups video of the year. It's my final pickups video for the year that has been 2020. So what have I got for you? Well, obviously I've got some 360 games for you. There's one right here and it's the main set that I'm going for. But I've not just got some PAL 360 games for you. I've got a couple of non-PAL ones as well, but they are something that I'm specifically collecting for. I've also got a random PS2 game chucked in there as well as some Funko Pop items. And I will culminate the video in showing you what I think is a rather interesting piece. It is a gaming book that I certainly found interesting. Cannot wait to show that to you. So where's this all come from? Well, this has come from Amazon. I've got some bits from CX, of course. I have got some stuff from eBay, of course. And of course, I've got some stuff from charity shops as well. But it doesn't just end there. I've got some items that were kindly gifted to me by friends and fellow YouTubers. So there's a lot to talk about. So let's crack on and start indeed with this game here that you've been staring at on screen the whole time I've been talking to you at the beginning. Yes, Batman, the Telltale series on the Xbox 360. So a couple of pickups videos ago in the comments section, I got a comment from a fellow 360 collector called Sir Boborus, and he said to me, did you know that they are selling on Amazon the Batman Telltale series game for the 360, sealed brand new for £2.99, and that was delivered. I'm a Prime member, and it just literally, I ordered it when I read that comment the same night, and it turned up the next day super quick. And of course, like I said, brand new and sealed as well. Now, I've already played this and got the full 1000G out of it. This is just the season pass disc, so even though it's sealed, I've actually got no reason to open it because I won't need to play it because I've already played it, and as I say, got the full 1000G out of it. But I needed it for the set, and to get it for not a lot of money, for £2.99 delivered to my front door. Yeah, absolutely. Very pleased you told us about that, Sir Boborus, and very pleased to have it in the collection. As I say, going for the full set, so you need them all. And I've got Batman the Telltale series done and dusted. Now, talking about a couple of pickups videos ago, is a game that I should have shown you a couple of pickups videos ago. I couldn't show it in the last one because that was my Eddie deal. It wasn't part of that. It was a CEX purchase because I had a £32 voucher sitting on the side / burning a hole in my pocket, and I decided to use it up by ticking off a uncommon game, a game that's a little bit tricky to get off the list because CEX showed us having it in stock. Obviously, I would have loved to have done it in sort of a Cex Roulette style, but I had to open it instantly because of the price that it was and potentially needing to return it double quick if that was the case. But obviously it's here, so it never got returned. I opened it up, and to my pleasure, it had a manual. Unfortunately, it had a sticker on put on it, which I have already tried to remove, but that is welded on there. I've chipped away a little bit. I haven't damaged the manual, but I don't think that's coming off. I mean, that's a shame, but the manual's in there. That is the most important thing. I've checked the disc, a couple of light surface scratches, but it's fine. It works, and I'm very happy to have this one in the collection. As I say, it's a little bit tricky. It's a little less common, and it is the priciest of the 5 Crash Time games. At the time I got it, like I said, a £32 voucher. The game was 30 quid. The postage is £1.95. So yeah, I've got 5p voucher left to use, but you know, very pleased to have this one ticked off the list, and so glad that I won the CEX Roulette with this one. So now we've got a couple of bits which I picked up pre-second lockdown while we could still go out and about. First one was just a game that turned up in the charity shop, and it is the random one PS2 game that I've got to show you. I was very pleased to go into a local charity shop of mine, a St Clair's Hospice, and pick this up for £1. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Now, if I was to take this into CEX and trade it in, they would actually give me £2 for it, and they sell it for £6. But this looks like a really interesting game. It almost looks like, what, a sort of SimCity game, but making your own Jurassic Park world. So I'm very much looking forward to having a go at this. I've yet to have a go at it, and I can't wait. And I opened it up. Manual's in there. Yeah, we've got a bit of creasing on it, but it's in there. And the disc for a charity shop is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant condition, no qualms with that or worries with that working. Fantastic condition. As I say, very pleased to pick this up for just £1 in a charity shop. And another purchase that I bought before lockdown happened, the second lockdown started, was just a trip into CX and seeing a copy of NFL Backbreaker on the shelf for £5. And of course, it's in a CX store where I know that if the manual's in there, then it is going to be there, obviously, but they don't keep it behind the counter is where I'm going with that. So there's no risk. So check it's in there. If it's in there, then I might buy it. it was in there, and I can see it's a lovely condition one that hasn't been attacked by game as well. No stickers on the front there. So yeah, don't see it around very often, and I decided to treat myself and go for the plunge. As I say, you don't see this particular one round as often as many other sports games. So yeah, for a £5, I thought I would nab NFL Backbreaker. Now the next few games I've got were eBay purchases, obviously during lockdown. And the very first one is just ticking a common sports title off the list. NHL 12. As I say, I'm trying to make a bit of an effort to get a lot of the sports titles done, actually. So when I saw this laid out, photoed, like, I don't buy off eBay unless it's open and I can see that everything should be in there. I mean, it's an a late EA game, so it's just a thin bit of paper, but it's in there. Extra bit of paperwork there. It's actually the proper EA box as well, because it says EA Sports up there. I had the disc flipped around as well, so I could see that was in good condition. Foil sticker on the front. Just a good, if you're going to get these cheap sports titles or just get these sports titles done, then it's nice to have them in good condition. As I say, I'm making a bit of an effort actually to try and fill them all out and get them all done. So this was 99p plus £1.40 postage. Very happy with that. Turned up double quick. Yeah, brilliant purchase. Perfect eBay purchase. Another cheap sports title ticked off the list. Then another eBay lot which I came across was this one. Now, I had qualms about buying this one. I was worried about buying this one because they listed the disc as working and okay, may contain scratches, but have been tested and fine. I was a bit dubious and nobody was bidding on it. But it was £3 opening bid, no postage. And at the time, CX was selling this for £10. I think it's dropped down to £8. And funny enough, they'll give you £3 in trade credit for this one. And obviously, it's the Fallout 3 and Oblivion double pack. So obviously, with all those worries in mind, I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the plunge on it. I can't moan about them advertising as they done because the two discs are correct. They both got classics at the top, which is exactly how they should be. If you see them appear like this on the front of the box, where they say classics here and classics here, then the discs inside should match what the boxes are pictured on the front of the box with regards to a double pack on both games. So the discs are correct. As I say, it was open, and I can see that I say it's not really a manual because obviously you need a manual for both games, but it's a bit of paperwork with them both pictured on the front and not an awful lot in there. In fact, what does that say there? There we go. Manuals are online, but we've got the little bit of paper in it as well. So obviously I had to worry with it describing it as scratched and working, but I've checked them out. Do you know what? These discs are mint. There is nothing wrong with these discs. It's just like they were overprotecting themselves. And because of that listing, probably nobody else bidded on it because they read it like that. And I just took the plunge, and for once, a gamble paid off. The gamble may not have paid off, and unfortunately, I would still need to buy this. But I'm one of these people that I think that if anything comes in a single case like this, then it's part of the set. I know that's a little bit down to the person. Some people consider just having the game in one format as having part of the set. But for me, all the double packs count. So I'm very pleased to have this for £3 when it's a little bit of a pricier double pack. CX sell it for £8. It was as high as 10 when I first bought it. It's dropped down a couple of quid. But very pleased to have that. Okay, so next eBay purchase, again just plucking off a cheap, not so rare game. 99p I paid for this one with a £1.80 postage. But again, if you're going to lay it all out for me and see it's all there, then I am more likely to buy it because obviously it's got to be complete to go in the collection. Yeah, this one's been proper attacked by game. We've got two of their stickers on it, but they were, the manual's in there. I'm one of those that I'm not too bothered if the sticker's on there. If I can't get a sticker off, then, so be it. But for me, the manual has to be in there. Again, I love it when they put the disc and they have it upside down in the photos. This one was. And just nabbed it for 99p, £1.80 postage. So just a little cheap purchase there. Pleased to have had that one. And then the final eBay purchase to show you is this Borderlands double pack. And I won this. I had to outbid a couple of people. I think I won this for £2.20 with £1.50 postage. Now CEX sell it for £3. So I paid a little bit over what CEX if you add the two together, what I want it for and the postage. But I don't see it around very often. And again, it was all laid out. It was all nicely in there. Like I said to you, the classics on the Borderlands, even though it's not a picture of the case, classics is on the Borderland. The Borderlands 2 isn't the classics. So the discs are right. We've got a classics disc. We've got the Borderlands 2 correct disc as well. But we've got this bit of paper in there as well. And as I say, I don't see it around a lot. So I was quite happy to buy it for only a little bit more, just to nab it all correct and in great condition. So very pleased to have that. Okay, so the next game up is a gift that I got through the post from my good friend Sean of Retro Games Revived. He said, "Do you need this?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Oh, I've got I found a cheap copy of it. I'll send it to you. You can have it." And that is Motion Sports Adrenaline. Now, there are two motion sports games for the Kinect. The other one, I think it's called Play for Real. But this one is slightly a little less uncommon. So really pleased to have this, mate. I haven't seen this one out and about. And of course, Sean knows I like them with the manual. It comes with the manual. It comes in a fantastic condition disc. You're an absolute gent, Sean, for sending that to me. And it's a Kinect game. I like my Kinect. Kinect is, I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure or not, but I enjoy playing the Kinect stuff. So I'm really pleased to have this because obviously I'm going for the full set, so I need every game But with the Kinect stuff, I kind of want to get it first, and I want to kind of get that subset done first. So anytime I can tick a Kinect game off the list, I'm really pleased. And it's just, yeah, true gent, Sean, absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much for sending that to me. So lockdown was over, and I went to CX again, and I picked up a couple of more games when lockdown was over, but just cheap generic sports titles again. First one, Grand Slam Tennis 2. I don't even have the first one, but again, it was that CX store where, oh look, there's my receipt. It was that CX store where if the manual's in there, then you know the manual is in there, because if it's not in there, they won't be keeping it behind the counter. So yeah, really pleased just to nab that one and pick up Grand Slam Tennis 2. Just get another cheap generic sports title done, because, you know, just like Pokemon, you've got to get them all. Next up, again, just nabbed it while I was there, FIFA Street 3. This now means the only FIFAs that I need left now are the pricey ones in 18 and 19, even though 19 has dropped a bit lately. It's down to about £35. During lockdown, it was up to 45. It's held 40 for ages, but it's dropped a bit. I'm determined to pick up those in charity shops at some point for cheap. It's just a case of waiting game for FIFA's 18 and 19, I think. So I've got FIFA Street. I've got FIFA Street 3 now. Thank you very much. Like I said, it's that CX again, where, you know, it's going to be in the box. It's not going to be behind the counter. So saw it was in the box. Lovely condition manual. Extra bit of stuff there. EA, the official gaming guide, 2007-2008. That's a very nice thing to have in there, actually. So, yeah, FIFA Street 3, just meaning I need two FIFAs left, 18 and 19. Got all the World Cups, got everything now, got the other FIFA Street. It's literally just those two pricier FIFAs to aim for. One more eBay buy that turned up very recently. And again, another cheap sports title just ticking off the list. NHL 2K6. I paid £1 for this, had to outbid one person. And the postage on this was £1.40. I think I actually had this back in the day, but it was before I was a collector, so I think I got all the game score out of it and moved it on. I was a little bit worried because that sticker on there is actually in Polish, but to turn it around and look at the back, everything is in English. Manual is fully in English. Manual is in there, of course, because as I say, on eBay, if you don't picture it open with the manual, I'm not going to buy it. So to see the manuals in there, I thought, you know what, we'll nab that one. We'll get that one done. That means I've got NHL 2K 6, 7, 8, and 9. The NHL 2Ks went up to 10, so I'm just missing NHL 2K10 to get all of the ice hockey NHL 2K games. So yes, very pleased to have that one. Always am. Always am. If I haven't got it, I'm always pleased to have it. I don't know why I always say that. But there we go. So that is all of the PAL stuff. A couple of non-PAL games to show you now. One of them was a gift, and one of them was another eBay purchase. The first one was kindly gifted to me by Connor of Selective Collective. That's how he goes by on YouTube. Doesn't have a channel as such, but yes, very kindly Connor found this, I think at a boot sale, I think he said, and sent it to me. I sent him a manual which he required for one of his DS games, Princess Peach game, forget the exact title. And then when he had this, he said to me, you know, he knows, I think he knew I collected all forms of Gears of War sort of variants from whatever land they may come from. And this is the NTSCJ version of Gears of War 2. So when he said, I've got it, would you like it? I said, absolutely, mate, over the moon with that. So yeah, very kind of you send that to me, mate. Everything's in there, manual, all these bits of card as well. And as I say, I collect all variants of Gears because Gears is my favourite franchise, or one of my favourite franchises of all time. Absolutely love it, collecting all variants of it. And I just love how it's got both sets of writing on there, basically, and a different art style. It's just, yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. On the spine there and everything. Just love how it looks all lined up with all of its other games from all across the world. And I just noticed there in the bottom right-hand corner, or bottom left-hand corner, English and Chinese text English voices, and again, just written in another language below as well. Absolutely love that. But as I said, I had a couple. I actually saw one on eBay as well, and that is this one here, Platinum Collection. There we go, NTSCJ, only on Xbox 360. Of course, it's Gears, and just another cover art and variant that I have not seen before. The bidding on this was £1 with £2 postage, and I was the only person to bid on it, so it cost me £3 to get this. But again, it's just another fantastic little piece to have in the collection. Love how it comes in the grey case as well. Everything's in there too, and I was going to say, you know, just variants of paperwork, disc art, box art, everything to do with my beloved Gears in game format I want. So thank you for that, Connor. Really appreciate that, and a nice little eBay purchase to add to the collection as well. So that's all the games. We've got a couple of Funko items to show you. And again, the first one was gifted to me by my good friend Ross, very good friend Ross, the Xbox 360 collector, and he knows that I've got a bit of a soft spot for the Toy Story franchise. I really do love the films, and I love the alien character. And in a recent video where I was trying to get open up a load of blind bags and obviously try and get all 6, and one of them was the alien, and the alien was the only one that I didn't get, you know, a little disappointed. But when I was talking to Ross about it one night, he said, you know what, in our eBay pile of stuff, I have got a spare Toy Story 4 alien Funko that you can have. I'll send it to you. And I was like, mate, that would be brilliant. Now, with my Funkos, I generally take them out of the box and display them. I've done that with all of them except for my Hardy Boys double pack. And I don't know what to do with this one. I really don't, because, yeah, I'd love to have it out of the box and display it. But this one does look really good in the box. I like it. I love how we've got, you know, the figure here in I know they do that with all of them, but for some reason it just sort of stands out with this one, and having the Toy Story 4 proper logo above it, and the red ring there around the 525. I just really like how it looks in the box, but at the same time I want it out and on display. I'm really on the fence. I mean, what would you do? Comment section below. But honestly, Ross, it's really kind of you to send this to me, mate. I absolutely love it. As I say, I have a soft spot for it, and I love the Toy Story films, and I kind of got a little bit of a Toy Story collection going on with all the blind bag videos and things that I do, so really pleased to have that. So there won't be a live unboxing, which I've done in the past with Funkos, in this pickups video. Still yet to decide, but I will probably, yeah, we'll probably keep it in the box, actually. Probably keep it in the box. And I might get a couple more of them. I think there's a rabbit hole that I've gone down. But while we're on Funkos and talking about mystery boxes and blind bags, I'd just like to say that I have bought 10 of these. Now, I opened one in my 3 blind bag series, because I bought one and I put it in the box. And then I bought another one to open up in another blind bags video where I had a different manufacturer and product of Toy Story blind bags, and opened up one of those at the end when I treated myself to buying a full priced one of these. And then I was walking past the Entertainer toy shop one day, and I could see next to the door all the Toy Story 4 stuff was in the sale. And I just walked in and I went, I wonder if the Toy Story 4 blind boxes are in the sale. And surely they were 33% off, so £4 instead of £6. So I bought the 4 that they had there and then. However, I went online and bought 6 more to round up to 10, because you could buy them online for 33% off as well. So I've got an upcoming video opening 10 of these to happen at some point. But at the end of that, there's going to be a bonus box open. Now, it was going to go in the box for the 3 blind bag series, but when I saw this, I thought, I've got to get me one of those. And it was these. So I paid £6 for one of these. I was going to say, I'm going to put it in 3 blind bags box, but I'm going to open it up at the end of the video, because on the back of this, you'll notice we've got the Potato Head family there. We've got all these G.I. Joes, which I did look up the names for, which I've forgotten now. But you can pass off Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head as part of Toy Story figures, because obviously he's appeared in all of them. She appears in the second one, but you hear that she's been got by Molly at the end of the first one. That's Baby Potato Head, doesn't appear in any of them. But these are just so cool. I mean, a lot of these are things I had when I was growing up, like G.I. Joes. As I say, I did learn the names, need to relearn them again for when I do the video. We've got Stretch Armstrong there, and we've got the geezer from Operation. And of course, we've got My Pet Monster as well. I wouldn't mind that coming out. I cannot wait. And then we've got the Glowworm. Is it Glowworm? It's just listed as Worm in the listings that I found for this. And this is just listed a boy. I need your help. Where did he come from? Really don't know. Really don't know. Need your help with that one. But yeah, this is going to be opened as a bonus at the end of that episode, or that video that I do opening up the 10 of these as a bonus, because I may get something Toy Story related, and if I don't, it's going to be cool. It is going to be cool. Really looking forward to opening that. So yeah, and depending on how that goes, I might buy some more of them, because yep, I have a blind bags problem. So anyway, that's all the Funko stuff items. Anyway, we'll pop that back up there, because now I'm going to show you the piece which I think is interesting. And do you know what? There's no way to start talking about this other than just to pop it into view straight away. And I'm going to have to move the camera back here to try and get it all in view and lift it up a little bit. There we go. This is Look and Find Street Fighter 2. So it is basically sort of a Where's Wally book to do with Street Fighter. And how I came to about learning of this was I was playing the Street Fighter 2 anniversary collection, the 30th anniversary collection, obviously on the Xbox One, and they have some random facts sort of on your loading screens, and normally they're telling you about characters and things like that. But one of the random facts was said there was a Look and Find book in America, I think it was. That's certainly where I bought this from. It's the only place I could find this listed on eBay, was to have it imported from America. And they said there was a Look and Find book to do with Street Fighter 2 released. And I was just like, was there? And I was like, I've got to have a look at that. And as I say, I went straight on eBay, listings in America. Some of them were quite pricey. This was priced up at £5 something if you converted the money into English, with only £4 something shipping. Now it turned up in a jiffy bag, in a bubble mail, as they call them in America. And it came through in about 3 weeks, I think it took to come through. So it came through quite quickly. But I just thought it's just such an interesting piece that I have to have that. It came through with this sticker on the side which says Thrift Books. I don't know if you can quite make that out. So obviously it's pre-owned. And I say obviously it's pre-owned because it came in that bubble mailer. So I'm a little bit disappointed it's got damage there. But it's saying it's pre-owned, so it may have come through like that. But I just thought, you know, what an interesting piece. And when I saw it after just reading the name in that sort of loading section of the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection screen, I was just like, I took one look at it and I said, yeah, I've got to get that. Now, what I intend to do with this, I might actually do a future video on this and do a sort of a proper flick through of it and sort of go through each page one by one and show and sort of talk about it in much greater detail. But I will open up one page now as a little bit of a treat for you there. And we've got Chun-Li. A Chun-Li page by the looks of it. Now, the fight scene is going on right here. And even though it's kind of a Where's Wally style book, you don't have to find the Street Fighter characters. You have to find all of the items here within each page. And yeah, I just loving the artwork. And it's just something quirky and interesting, a little bit different. And as I say, I'm a massive fan of the Street Fighter franchise. Two favourite franchises, Gears of War, Street Fighter. And I've bought some pieces for both in those non-PAL Gears games, and this book, as I can say, it's just a really interesting piece, and I'm really pleased to have it, and I'll sort of have it propped up on display somewhere like that, and just because that artwork there is fantastic. I mean, what a quirky little piece for the collection. Certainly I think so. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is my final pickups of the year done for 2020. So pickups for next year, I'll probably pick up some stuff before the end of the year, but not have enough to make a video. But obviously there's always going to be pickups. There'll always be pickups videos on this channel, but that's the last one for this year done. So I just need to say thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, thank you very much for watching, and as always, please do take care.